Hi, Karen from Quantum Heart Awakening. This is going to be just a quick collective check-in. I haven't done a reading all weekend. It's been a little bit crazy and hectic on my end, so I'm trying to get even just a short reading in for you guys. So reminding you, this is for the collective energies. We have, sorry, this is in the way. We have the solar plexus, we have harmony, and we have temptation. So for the collective, this is a time to be on high alert for any moment, any fork in the road where people, places, and things can pull you off your center. Pull you off of your center for self-love, self-confidence, self-esteem. Be careful where you might be tempted within self to believe these certain lower dense energies, right? If an insecurity comes in, take a moment to unblend and assess, okay, where is this narrative coming from? Is it coming from within me, or did someone make a comment today and it just kind of stuck in my heart, and now I'm feeling a little bit insecure or doubting myself? So be mindful, and it's time to hold on. Anytime you feel that you're getting pulled off your center, take some space to come back into this harmony within, to come back into that inner union within your heart chakra. And what's being pushed into the shadows here is this universe card. This is my quantum connection card. This is my source connection card. So I'm inviting you to feel into, when is the last time you connected with spirit or spiritual practices? How do you feel in this moment? Do you feel that that would serve you, that to take some moment with nature or prayer or meditation, or even it could be going to a church or a mosque or a temple or wherever else you can, the woods, wherever you feel God the most, wherever you feel that spiritual union. There's something, part of this collective is pushing source away. So let's lean into that a little bit. Let's lean into the shadow. Wait, let me just see if there's anything else here. Hold on. No, okay. All right, what is blocking this connection with source? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Okay. Say more. Whoa. Okay, we have creativity in reverse, and let's see. And we have shame in reverse. Okay. We have naked, alchemy, shame, and creativity. Okay. For the collective, masculines, feminines, everyone, I want to remind you that on the other side of this excavation of shame, of that which you are shameful of, it could be a fear, it could be a vulnerability, an insecurity, anything, is your freedom, is your creativity, is your confidence, is your sacred sexuality. By coming into union with source, you are allowing yourself to be loved, right? You're stepping into union with creator, with soul recognition that there is no separation between us and creator, right? We house the inner dwelling God. So on the other side of this alchemy is this sweet arrival, home to the core of self, a home where you can feel free to be naked, to exist in your raw truth, to be in harmony with the environment around you. Say more about this shame, please, Spirit. Say more. Anything else? We have intuition and resistance. Let me just feel that for a moment. Intuition and resistance. And they're both in reverse. Yeah, the more resistance we have to our vulnerability, the less intuition we will have access to, right? That makes sense, right? The more we push away internal parts of self, the less alignment we can have access to, which in turn gives us less access to discernment, right? If we don't have our intuition, we also don't have our discernment. Forgive me if this is coming out choppy. I'm very tired and it's kind of late, so forgive me. What's in the unconscious is leveling up. Yeah, I'm just going to put it right there. Yeah, this is speaking to your potential. This is speaking to this quantum cosmic potential that each and every one of you has. That all of this deliciousness is on the other side of your pain, of your shame, of your fear. There's something so sacred about this higher call to this true self-confidence, right? Not self-confidence that comes through the ego, but confidence that arrives through the heart, through the heart's truth, through the heart's authentic self-expression. Beautiful, beautiful message. Let's get something else. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. We have beauty and we have fertility in reverse. Are these on camera? Yes, they are. Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing too. When we are not honoring the sanctity of what we are, we are not other than the trees and the mountains and these beautiful landscapes and the beautiful sunsets. We are not other. Right? We are just as beautiful as that sunset. We are just as beautiful as that double rainbow that rarely happens, right? We are just as rare. By not embracing and honoring this divine beauty, we are limiting our ability to create in this world. Isn't it interesting? We have creativity in reverse and fertility, right? Fertility, this is the first and second chakras, right? Which is also our creative sensors. So something is being blocked when you are struggling or not embracing your own divinity. Okay, anything else? Yeah, clarity. So you're being called to clarify your vision. I mean, it's just that simple. The messages are kind of obvious at this point. You're being called to clean your lens of higher truth, to honor that if you are getting sucked into a lower frequency, if you are feeling fear, shame, grief, no, not grief, if you are feeling fear or shame or disconnection or isolation, solitude, what's the opposite of not belonging? Or what's the word for not belonging? If you are feeling like excommunicated from your community, your tribe, if you are feeling lack in any way, these are false, right? So you have to polish your lens in order to come into union with these universal truths. Yeah, and in the unconscious, we have this transformation card. Okay. I just want to get some more. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? What does this say? Passion. Yeah. And shape-shifting. Yeah, we just had that transformation card in reverse. What is this? Ambition. Yeah, the message that's coming through here is that you are invited to release every version of yourself from the past. So 1 second ago, that version you were 1 second ago or 5 seconds ago or an hour ago, you are allowed to release that version of self wholly and completely with love. You are allowed to be someone completely different in this moment. You don't have to wait. You don't have to suffer because you've worked so hard to be this person. And now what would it look like if you were all of a sudden a different person? These are all egoic illusions, right? They are false perceptions. Okay, we have Cinderella in reverse. We have pride, again, referencing the egoic lens. We have true love. We have child. Okay, if you find yourself lost in the chaos of adulthood, turn to your inner child. Do something silly. Make a funny face in the mirror. Take out a piece of paper and draw like crazy. Like, just let your crayon or pen or marker, whatever, go all over the place. There's something here about accessing this childlike freedom and sovereignty, right? A child doesn't really ask for permission a lot of the time. When they're in their new exploratory phase, they're just so curious. They want to find out what happens when you mix water with dirt. Oh my God, you get mud. I want to stick my hand in there. I want to make a mud pie. I want, there's just so many fine tunements of desire and action when we are a child, right? The space between desire and action is so small, right? We have a desire for a banana. Our parents give us a banana and we're holding it, and all of a sudden we don't want it anymore. Like, this is the freedom of childhood, right? We're allowed to explore and experiment with desire. We're allowed to change our entire lives based off of a desire. That's how sacred your intuition is. That's how sacred your birthright of harmony is. You're allowed to exist in harmony. And we have to remember, so often as adults, we work our whole lives to become quote unquote stable, right? We work so hard to attempt to have greater control over our lives. But really, control is an illusion. The only thing we can bank on in this life is change, right? We are ever changing. Our bodies are ever changing. Energy is ever changing and recycling. Everything is death and rebirth. With every breath we inhale is a rebirth. With every exhale is a death. We're constantly in flux. Okay, beautiful. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? It's funny. I looked and this was in the unconscious and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to talk about that. And now it just came up in the upright. So we have this bee balm card. It's protection from illness. Say more, Spirit. I'm getting a message, but I'd like a little bit more robust message. Let's see. The message I'm getting is about when you can sink into your childlike energy, your childlike essence, that place of beginner's mind, of looking at the world through the lens of perpetual beginnings, right? All you will see is opportunity. There are no problems. There are only opportunities. There are only invitations for a greater discernment, right? And you can make a decision and you have the free will to shift and change your mind. You could experiment. It doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're 5 or 95, you are allowed to experiment with this body, mind, spirit that you have. And so by sinking into this beginner's mind, you are protected from the word they're using is illness. So sure, that could be a literal illness. That could be you think about children, think about a children falling down and getting hurt. I'm sorry, my brain's not working. A child falling down and getting hurt versus, an 80-year-old falling down and getting hurt. It's a little bit different. The recovery process is a little bit different. But there's something about embodying this childlike essence that will gift you protection from another word for illness here. I'm going to return to where we started with temptation. Another word for illness that's coming out are any sort of darkness, any sort of dark entities, I paused there because I wanted to say demonic energies, but I want to be really clear. For me, demonic energies just mean any sort of devil frequency. Like self-hatred is a devil frequency. Self-criticism, hating self in any capacity is a devil frequency, right? Because we are infinite love. We are divine love. That is our truth. That is our core frequency. So anything that's outside of that is like a dark energy. So you will have protection from this illness when you could drop into this childlike essence. Yeah, and then in the unconscious, so that which we are putting into pushing into the shadows are boundaries. So you're worthy enough to draw boundaries around your inner child, whatever that looks like for you. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Whoa. Okay, I just had a ton of cards launch, and I can't even get all of them because some fell in cracks I can't reach. Yes, we have wealth. We have immune support. Okay, interesting. We have another card about illness and immunity and protection. And then what am I looking at here? And then we have another card of courage and transformation. Okay, readings are, messages are starting to repeat. This is where I start to slow down and shift gears. In the unconscious, we have this hope card. So call yourself out. Take accountability for where you may not have as much hope as you would desire. Be intentional. Call upon your spirit guides. Say your prayers. Do your affirmations. Do what you have to do to restore this bit of hope. Okay, what should we close on? You know what? We've been talking about inner children so much. I think we should get some inner child cards. So let's do that quickly. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Anything you want to share? We have disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. Isn't that interesting? We just pulled the hope card. Disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest nights. It is okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on the truth. I said that earlier. God, we're having so many synchronicities. I said that earlier. We have to remember that our perception is quite literally our perception. It is made up of all of us, all of who we are, all of our experiences, all of our insecurities, all of our wounds and triggers. Our perceptions, more often than not, are illusions because they are based on wobbly things. They are based usually outside of reality. Yes, we can inquire about our perceptions, but I wouldn't build a building or a home on our foundation of perceptions. It's not always based in the truth. We have let it go. Let go of all that no longer serves you. Spend time in nature. Let the beauty of nature refresh your soul. This goes back to the original universe card. Some of you, if you worship in nature, Mother Gaia is calling you. So return back to your, I don't know, do you like to hike? Do you like to meditate in nature? Do you like to be barefoot on the earth or ecstatically dance on the grass? You are being called by Mother Gaia to return home. Emotions are the reflection. Look for deeper meaning. And then we have accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. This is the inner child vibe as well, right? You're returning to children more often than not. Yes, they ask a million questions around you, but they accept truly what parents tell them most of the time, right? Most of the time they will believe you if they tell you that, the broccoli is magical or whatever it is. So there's something here about accept situations through the lens of a child, trusting in the grand plan of this divine parent. And then in the unconscious, we have it is time to celebrate. Cultivate an air of celebration today. So where are you not taking time to celebrate self? Maybe it's time to create some sacred space to do something that really, really ignites your passion and that feels really lovely for you. Something I haven't done in a long time is I haven't been to an ecstatic dance event or any sort of community event. And I went to a cacao ceremony the other night. Oh my God. And let me tell you, I didn't realize I needed that. My nervous system really missed being in community. And there was like a level of safety that sunk into my nervous system. And it felt so, so delicious. Okay, let's end on a Buddha card. All right, anything else, Spirit? Anything else for the collective? Anything else? We have 3 cards. Let's see what we have. We have let go of clinging. View your situation as a witness. Your inner strength grows. We also have in the silence of meditation, you acknowledge mistakes that you have made. you let them go. This is another invitation to go inward in a peaceful, quiet way, a way that is kind to self, and take accountability of any sort of mistakes or missteps or, the thing about taking chances is that we're going to be wrong a lot of the time, right? We're going to fail a lot. And that's not, I'd like us all collectively to take the sting out of failure, right? Failure is just like, oh, I didn't like that. Let's try something else, right? Think about how a kid would handle, maybe they wanted the green crayon and they couldn't get it. So they went for the purple crayon. It's like it gets to be this clean and clear and simple. We can just shift and choose to surrender. And then we have mind. Wait, what does this say? Hold on. Oh, mind that is established in true emptiness encompasses the universe. Beautiful, beautiful, powerful message to end on. Every time I do a reading, I ask God to clear my mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and astral environment. No, I said that wrong. I'm missing one. Whatever, you get the point. I ask God to clear me out, to make me a hollow bone so that I can accept the messages, love, and guidance of the highest and best good. So it is of the highest and best good. So when we can come into stillness and call our spirit back from the past, call our spirit back from the future, and just exist in the present moment, we turn towards illumination. We turn towards the divine, humbly kneeling and saying, I am open to receive. And we become these sacred vessels to be able to bring this guidance out into the world. Let's see, do I want to read the unconscious? Sure. In the unconscious, we have wisdom dispels ignorance. So here's the thing about wisdom. We go through our lives, and many of us, through just human experience, we gather so much knowledge, right? So much knowledge, so much information. But here's the thing. For it to turn into wisdom, we actually have to create sacred space for it to integrate. If we already have so much on our plate, we need to give ourselves the grace of integration before we take on more. And I know if you're like me, I know you are a diligent truth seeker and you love excavating more and more truth about self and truth about the planet. But there is such thing as too much. So I invite you, that I don't know where that message came from, but there's something here about honor if you're doing too much. Honor if you need a little bit more integration time to come into self-confidence, to come back into remembrance of your divine inner love, your divine worthiness. Okay, I think I'm going to end it there. Wonderful message. Again, this was the collective reading. All right, sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next one.